Hey everyone, North Central here. Thanks for tuning in. Well, the seeds are up, and at least some of them are, and I'm going to go here in a minute, take you over there, and let you see them as they starting to sprout up. A lot of the peppers are up. The tomatoes, out of the 8 that I planted, I've got 2 that's fully come up, and that's just not enough. I actually need 6 of them according to the plan that I have that I made for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and replant. They are supposed to germinate in 7 to 10 days. We've gone past that, so I don't know what happened. I think it probably, even with the heat mat heating the planter underneath with the water in it, and then the water soaks up and goes into the plant stuff, might have been just a little bit too cold. So I'm gonna go ahead and replant every seed that I got. I planted a total of 8 before. There were, if I'm not mistaken, 28 seeds or 25 seeds in the packet or whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant them all. And then I'm going to take that planter and move it upstairs into the kitchen on top of the refrigerator. And hopefully with the warm air rising up there on top of the refrigerator, with the warm air up there, it'll be good enough to germinate. And I'll go ahead and I'll put the seed starting mat up underneath of it anyways, and we'll see how it does. So let's go ahead and get the camera switched around and we'll head over to the table. Alright, so this is the pepper planter, the extra large Burpee 36 cell self-watering planter. Take the top of it off. I just put the top back on. I had it off for a few days, but I'm going to put it back on just to warm things up. So here in the front row, and let me zoom in on this stuff so we can get a better idea of it. Alright, so if you see right here, got 2 coming up here, 1 coming up here. The outer cells haven't come up yet. These are the hot pepper blazing bananas. These are the ones that I've grew last year, and if I'm not mistaken, the year before. They're just last year. These are very, very good peppers, and they're coming up pretty good. Up here, you can just barely see it right there at the tip of this this marker. Is it starting to punch through? The leaves haven't come through yet. The stem's bent over, and it's starting to pop through the ground. The other 3 haven't come up, but that one right there most certainly is. And this is the sweet pepper, great stuff. It's a bell pepper. Alright, so in this 36 cell planter right here, this is the 16 part, the one that's closest to the camera. Here at the very top you have another one that's bent over that's coming through. This is a sweet pepper, the Sweet Banana Saver hybrid. Now, initially I had this entire row right here not planted, and it was just because I didn't need the extra plants. But a buddy of mine asked me if I would start some seeds for him for some of these peppers, so I went ahead and filled this in. These 2 here are the Great Stuff bell peppers. These 2 here are the Sweet Banana Saver pepper, the hybrid. And only this one's coming up so far, so let's move on up to the other planter. Alright, so this is the top planter, the 16 cell. Got 4 here, 4 here, and 4 here. Now this one here is popped already through. The one over here is getting ready to pop through, and right down here I've got 2 that have just broken the surface. Okay, these are the sweet peppers. These are the Sweet Pepper Banana Saver pepper hybrids, and looking pretty good. 2 here, 2 here. I haven't seen anything pop up through these 2 yet, but maybe they will, maybe they won't, but I definitely have 2 here. So moving on up, I've got 1 popping through here, 1 popping through here, and again, this one was initially left empty, and I went ahead and filled them in. This is the hot pepper blazing banana, and I've got 1 coming up there. And then these 2 here are the hot pepper hybrid, the jalapenos, and I've got 1 coming up there. Now back here in the back, I have these 3 that's popped up. These are the eggplant. These are the meatballs, the new ones from Burpee that's on the front of their magazine, their spring magazine. That's this baby right here. And this one right here is actually kind of interesting. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me zoom in on that just a little bit. Only 1 came up, but if you look, it has 3 starter leaves on it. You don't see that very often. It's not split. It's not anything like that, it actually has 3 starter leaves on it. So I'm counting that as to be a very lucky plant. So we'll see how it does. So that's the peppers. They're coming up nicely within the next few days. Most of them ought to be up and looking pretty much like this one here or this one here. And everything is doing good. Okay, so this is the tomatoes, and I planted 2 seeds per square in a row. And I planted this row, left this row blank, planted this row, and left this row blank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and replant this row and this row with 2 seeds apiece. So that's another 16 seeds if I have them. If not, then I'll do 2 as many as I can and then 1 and 1. But so far I've only got 2 little plants that have come up. Now maybe these are just extra strong hybrids, which they all ought to be, but that's what I've got so far. So I'm going to go ahead and poke in the ground here about a 1/4 inch down, and we are going to replant in these extra cells that I have here the rest of these seeds. Last year when I planted these seeds, they all did very, very well. Every single one of them, except for maybe 1 came up. But let's just do 1 for now. 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Let's go ahead and do 2 of them where I can. And that's going to be it. And you only have to plant these things down about a 1/4 inch, and then you just put a little bit of dirt over top of them, just enough to cut the light out of them. And like I said, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them on top of my refrigerator, if I can. So that'll be the next step. Got them replanted, put this back on top. Alright, so I'm going to get these upstairs on top of the fridge, where it ought to be somewhere around 20 degrees warmer actually. I probably won't need the heat pads. I'll put them on top of the refrigerator. They'll do good up there, and hopefully all of them will germinate, and when they germinate I'll bring them back downstairs here and we'll go through the tomatoes. But until then, this is North Central. Thanks for watching.